I'm standing here under the auspices of our Father Bishop Godfrey Igobikona, who just before we departed from the sacristy asked me whether I could a word or two about brother Monsignor Fidelis Mamah. Spontaneously, I accepted without even thinking on what to do. However, we thank God for the life of Monsignor Fidelis Mamah. The first thing I can say about him is from his name. His name composed of two Latin words, Fides, lis. Fidelis. The suffix lis, what does it say about the man now? He's faithful. Fides means faith. Monsignor Fidelis didn't choose this name at his baptism. I'm sure of that. It was given to him. But probably he went to study what it means and allowed that word, Fidelis, to be faithful to influence his life. From the homilies, we understand he entered the seminary as an adolescent, made up his mind at that particular time to be taking the side of God, to be faithful to God always. Probably through his spirituality, was able to realize that, and that influenced his life in a very marvelous way. Another thing about him, this is personal knowledge. When he was the parish priest of Aluno over there, when I would come from Enugu after the first semester and second exams, I'll bring all my scripts to stay with Father Monsignor Fidelis and my friend Emmanuel Ugu, Monsignor also. I saw him as a perfect human being. Not as a perfect Christian, a perfect human being who has compassion, is approachable. All the time I say, sometimes 6 days, 5 days, I always ask myself, what type of human being is this? Who were his parents that so trained him to be so compassionate, kind to me? And it came out also in the homily. He was very kind to his parishioners. So these are the things that are coming out from his life. Approachability, kindness, compassion, and compassion that comes from the belly of a woman that carries the child. Omiko, Afoma, not Isioma, Afoma. I said, I'm working with Afoma, no, the Afoma. That is what you always see about Monsignor Fidelis Mamah. Another thing is that came up when Father Bishop was introducing him. He said he was a devout person. We all now know that. Was devout means devotion to God who created him. But that devotion is, being devout is always personal thing, according to the way God revealed himself to you. You are response to God, to his revelation. And sometimes we may misrepresent that revelation of God. And then our devout devotion turns the whole thing upside down. But that's one other quality that came up during the homily. When the homily said he was very obedient, and he was very obedient, taking it the other way means he was an ecclesial person. He was man of the church. And saying he was obedient always to his bishop means that whenever he had conflict with his personal devotion, the word of the church through the bishop came and annulled that one completely. He had to obey that of the church. And I would think that is a very, very a good quality that can be said of a human being, can be said of a mother, of a father, a youth person, of a priest, deacon, catechist. Once you can be described as an ecclesial person, means that whenever the church says, your hands up. You don't cling to your own ideas. You may be devout, but once the church says, this is what it should be, hands up. And that is one of the greatest quality that God gave to our brother. So with the Church of Nsukka Diocese, we mourn together. We say condolences because you have lost somebody from the earth here, but you have gained somebody in the mystical body of Christ who will be praying for us. His faith and every other thing, he had an inclination when he was alive. He was a man of faith who followed God's mind. He was a full human being. He was obedient to his bishop and obedient to the church. There is no reason that we may begin thinking it's the other way. But following the way God does his own thing and following our own theology, we have also the hope that the good Lord will bring him into his heavenly kingdom. So as you mourn, let us have hope also that is already with God in his heavenly kingdom. May the soul of Msgr, Fidelis, Mamah, and the souls of all the faithful departed